So you guys know it's been a lot of Love is Blind news the last couple days. Some divorces we are not surprised about. Okay. And then we also got two sets of baby news. And I have thoughts, I have opinions from a therapist, and then as someone who's been married with two kids. Okay. So let's get into this announcement and let's talk about it. Okay. Now, we still have not seen how they met. Okay. I'm guessing this summer we're finally going to get the show to put the pieces to the puzzle together, which I don't even know if anyone cares anymore about how they met. Most people are pretty happy that they're together. This news comes upon her interview last week, right here, y'all. And there's a part of me that's like, what is this really all about? Now let's get into it. The production, they always walking somewhere. They always walking somewhere. But they have this beautiful announcement. They're walking, holding hands, are forever. We see a lot of congratulations. Oh my God, congrats. Love this Black love. Congrats, congrats. And then we see the baby bump, followed by, I believe, some ultrasound pictures. Yeah, ultrasound pictures. And I'm happy for them. Healthy pregnancy. It seems like a healthy relationship. But I'm just like, how well do you really know a person after a year? Okay, after only a year. First come marriage, then a baby, or is it nowadays a baby, and then marriage, then child support, the courts, you trying to get him to see your baby? Okay, but I think it's beautiful, but at the same time, I want people to just enjoy being married, enjoy engagement. Life changes so fast once you add a baby to the picture. Okay, travel together, get to know each other as husband and wife. This season of your life, built that foundation before bringing a baby, but it is celebratory. But I also wonder if this comes after all of the hate from that interview last week. Why are you interviewing if you are unprepared? I want to sympathize with her so bad, but you basically blame innocent children. Like they had a fault in the situation. Those kids, you was a stepmama to them kids, but let me not get into that. Okay, let me not get into that. And there's another part of me that, we got another pregnancy announcement. And I'm just kind of wondering, this is to me Netflix's kinetic content, their golden child. We're going to throw all the money, all the specials, all of it. We're going to give it to them. But I'm wondering, what about them? The originals. The ones who really showed that this works. Now let's watch this is their announcement. And I like how it's a production, but it's relatable. So many people are going through IVF, pregnancy loss, the journey to become pregnant, under the pressures of watching other people around them celebrate, enjoy what they are crying for, fighting for. Okay? And they did in their home, and they took people into what they have been going through to have a child, because so many people want that clear blue pregnancy test, and they're waiting for it to be my turn. And this also comes after last year she lost her father. So it's even more celebratory as she, I'm sure, is trying to learn how to cope without having her father now get baby Hamilton. But it just feels like they have become the black sheeps. And some of it I know is because Lauren and him are like over the BS. They don't want to be a part of it. But I just wonder, could things have been different if from the beginning they treated them better? And I just wonder what happened. Why is it that Adie and Ollie seem to get so much praise from the network, a podcast? They were even in on it when Ollie was, planning the engagement. And I love, this is black love for both of them. Happiness, joy, cementing new futures, bringing babies into the world. We need black women to be able to have successful, healthy, not just pregnancies, birth. Okay? To birth a healthy child and you walk out the hospital with that baby. So I hope both of them can experience healthy pregnancies and rolling out in a wheelchair, rolling out of the hospital with babies to go home with. But it just feels like, I don't get it. I don't get why, there's so much money being put more into this love story. And I think there's space and there's room for both to share the joy, both for them to be a part of the Netflix family. I've always said that I wish that Netflix would do something with the couples who are successful, not just because they're having families, but the successful couples show that the experience works. The experiment works. But it just feels like at times, once the reunion is kind of filmed, we're done. Next, bring on Minnesota. Okay, bring on ATL, Seattle next. So I think there could be some kind of like Lifetime used to have, I forgot what it was called, when they had the special where the couples would show their lives after Married at First Sight was over. Couples Cam, was it Couples Cam? Maybe. But I would love to see the journey of a lot of the couples. It doesn't matter that they're pregnant. I don't care about that. I care, but it doesn't have to be just because they're having a child. How's it going? Like, now if there's no cameras, how are y'all settling in together? Y'all met on a show and got married after 8 weeks. Is it still working? What are the ups and downs? I want that. I want to see it. But it just seems like the network and production are not invested in that. And my last thing is, I really would like to see more announcements about women and others, chapters and seasons of their lives. She took the LSAT announcements. She graduated law school. Let's announce that. She bought a house. She's going to college. Well, we see the college ones. Okay. She started a business. We should not just highlight and only fall into the, patriarchy of things that women should only be celebratory when they're engaged, married, or having a baby. There are lots of things women do that don't evolve around the patriarchy of what society says women should be celebrated about. Okay, there are lots of women out there. She left him. She's getting a divorce. Okay. Those are also things. She had the courage to leave a, DV relationship. Let's clap on that. But they were just my quick thoughts. I want to know from you guys. I just feel like the network just pays attention more to AD when, this is just as important too. They have started businesses. I think her husband is into like real estate, buys properties and flips them. They have a podcast. They have businesses. Okay. But yeah, it's great that, you know, she gets to experience what she's really been wanting for a very long time. Okay. Happy for both of these couples, but is it just me, or does Netflix pay more attention to AD now? Okay. But of course, let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Does society focus too much on the epitome of a woman is getting pregnant and having a baby? Is there too much pressure on women to just be childbearing? Okay. While at the same time, not taking away our rights. Okay. Make it make sense. But let me know what y'all think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.